Hello friends, this is Yrvind, and well, yes, the sides came out, the bottom came out okay, very fine, I'm happy with that. And now we're going to make the divisions here on the side. And the lid has to rest on something. 9mm is not enough, so I'm going to go glue two of them together. So here they are. I'm going to cut it out and glue it together. And tomorrow they will be dry, and then I can cut for the resting on and top on the starboard side and port side. So the topnål is prepared, the surface is rugged, and the middle one is also sandpapered. So just have to put some glue on it. So also the plywood is prepared. Now just the glue has to come and glue them. Have a ruler there to spread it with, and that plastic to put on that the weight doesn't stick. So now the centerpiece is glued. It's glued and it's screwed. It's going to stay there whatever happens. And this thing for the sides, glued together, 2 times 9mm Gabon plywood makes 18. And that's going to be split up in lengthwise pieces to hold down the lockers for the sides. So, well, tomorrow it will be dry. A good thing is that. So this is a breeze on Phoebe, and she was 4.8 meter long, 15 feet, beam 1.6, sail area 7 square meter, 650 kilos. And I sailed her with Olga from France to Ireland to Newfoundland against the prevailing westerlies. It's a nice boat. She was easy to scull. And here is in France. She had a forward centerboard. And I believe it was first boat to have the latter area divided in forward center area and a rudder. And it worked excellent. So in the storms up here in the northern North Atlantic, I could just, with a small area, forage at one time. It was prevailing gauge for 11 days. When I got up to sextant, we were further west. Here, Amphibie breeze is sailing in a nice day. With a sprit sail, så är det toppsail eller Bermudan sail. For Bermudan for strong winds, topsail for light winds. Here she's getting close to St. John's in Newfoundland. It was very, very foggy. So this is maybe one of the most foggy parts in the world. And there was no GPS at that time. So navigation had to be done just by sextant and dead reckoning. The Canadians were not happy to see me. They said, the boat is too small, The waves are too big, they seized the boat. But there's always a solution. I rented a U-Haul truck, put in there, and rode down to the United States, the land of freedom. Here is me and Olga inside the boat. There's plenty of space for 2 people and a 4.8 meter boat for an ocean crossing. I think we were from Ireland to Newfoundland 47 days. Then we took her down to first to Maine and then to Newport. Here is the floating boat show in Newport. Plenty of people watching. I had printed some postcards. I changed a postcard for $1. And after the weekend, I had a whole bag full with dollar notes. So I took the Greyhound bus up to Boston, went over to Cambridge to the Harvard Co-op. There's 4 floors filled with books. For a week I kept buying books and put them into the boats. Then, with the Greyhound back and the boats there, she was really too heavy and too much things to sail. And also autumn was coming. So in September, we drove her down to Port Elizabeth in New Jersey and shipped her back on a flatbed to Sweden. Back in Göteborg, I took her back to my workshop. I had a pair of wheels inside her, and I borrowed my mother's car. She didn't have a hook, but with a rope, I tied her up to the bumper. And that went very well. So, a small boat can go a long way. 4.8 meter, 15 feet. Well, and an oar and a small sail. Good enough for 2 people for ocean passages.